Yeah, he wussed out.
He was out.
Really? Oh, he's not joking?
I
Man,
don't
I
think
don't
so.
know.
I took he's joking, man.
No,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think he's joking.
Man,
He's a big wuss.
I know
He is.
Ali is soft, man.
Hello, my friends.
Thank you for joining us for the Asian Syndicate Podcast, a weekly information security show featuring some all-around good people. It is week 4 of 2026. I'm Chris Louie, and sadly, 49ers have been officially knocked out of Super Bowl contention. We beat the Eagles in Philly, which I thought was impossible. We could not beat the number 1 seed Seattle Seahawks, much to the joy of our guests today. With me, we do not have my co-host Duke Silver. He is just unavailable this week.
Why is that? Where is Duke Silver? Where is Brian?
I don't know.
What is he doing?
I'm sure we'll find out next week. I'm
Yeah.
sure he's very sad he couldn't be here today.
Yeah, take a
Yeah.
rest. You know, prepare the supporting Seahawk game tomorrow. Maybe that's where they are.
Maybe he's flying. Are they playing? They're playing in Seattle or SoFi?
I think it's Seattle, right? I think it's
They're-
tomorrow.
they're-
Seattle.
I
It has to
figure,
be
yeah,
Seattle,
they're
but
number 1.
Yeah, they're number 1.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. They're back in Lumen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a winter
Yeah.
storm here, but it's extremely cold. You know,
Yeah.
you will be interesting for Ram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They beat Chicago in Chicago, so we got to give them credit for that.
Yeah.
And we have Glenn Medina safely back from his overseas travel with no hostage situation that we're aware of.
Yeah, unbelievable, right? And I wasn't accused of having any children outside of my current marriage, so it's good. It's a good day.
Yeah, you're gonna tell us some story there, man. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. So there's a lot of competition there, right? So Glenn, I know you are, Filipino American, but you grew up here. You know, you are weak.
Yeah.
Consider weak for you to go in there. So
This is a family-friendly podcast,
Okay.
there, Michael.
And
And my wife did come with me, so just FYI.
keep you out of trouble.
Yeah, that's it.
And as you can hear, our first and only guest this week is Seattle Seahawks superfan Michael Chen, who's normally in bed by now while we're recording this. So we thank him for drinking that extra coffee so he could stay up late and join us.
No kidding.
I know.
Wait a minute. He's in the same time zone as us, so it doesn't count. He's okay.
He is.
Well-
That's why I'm like, I don't know. Him and now everyone's moaning about this is too
Man,
late. I'm
yeah.
like, who's in bed
Yeah.
by 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
No kidding. Well, you're interfering with his Lego time. That's why he couldn't make it.
No. Like, have you guys watched that TikTok video? I think the scene is in Gladiator, right? So the Russell Crowe, right? So
Yeah.
in Colosseum, right? So the last scene when he killed that evil emperor, right? So
Yep.
and he just 90-degree, heads down, boom, hit the ground, right? So this is me before I hit at 9 p.m. So
That is true. That is
Yeah,
true. Once
yeah,
you get to a
that's
certain age.
why. Yeah.
yeah.
And that's why this is supposed to be a drinking episode.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, and I had a lot of drink before the podcast as well, man.
There
It's
you
past
go.
my normal bedtime. I had some booze before this. If
There
I
you
get in
go.
spice, it's all on you guys, man.
All right. That's our fault. 100% our
You'll
fault.
be okay. I think you'll be okay, Michael.
Well, combined, we have decades of information security experience here, not just to educate, but to entertain. We got 4 awesome stories for this week, so sit back, relax, and go Rams. This week, we're going to talk about
Rams.
guests of the Ayatollah, ads in your AI. For our third topic, the crypto heist of the century, and close with graduation versus wedding talk. Granted, this last topic would have been more fun if we had more people, but since I already picked it, we'll just gotta stick with it. For our first topic, our thoughts are with the people in Iran. As of the time of this recording, the oppressive government of Iran is still cracking down hard on protesters and dissidents, when most of the younger generation is attempting to overthrow the tyrannical government to install a democratically elected leader. This is an InfoSec podcast and not a geopolitical one, so the tie-in here is in typical tyrannical government fashion, the Iranian government shut off the pipes leading to the internet to stop the flow of information in and out of the country in order to maintain control of the narrative. However, friend of the
How do you
show...
stop satellites, though? How do you stop satellites?
I'm getting there, Glenn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Man, Glenn, be patient. I know you just
I
come
know.
back.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry.
However,
I don't have the show notes. So.
friend of the show, Elon Musk, is one step ahead and has smuggled thousands of Starlink satellite internet terminals into the country over the last few years, waiting exactly for a moment like this to allow the protesters inside Iran get a way to get information in and out of the country in the event of a government blackout. Now, Iran is firing back and trying a number of novel attacks against satellite-based internet. Things like direct-to-cell is another alternative since many LTE-based phones now support it and does not require these specialized terminals to operate. So that is what's going on. Iran is doing things like GPS spoofing and satellite jamming and trying to do that, but it's much, much harder than the traditional just shut off the internet pipes in and out of the country.
Yeah, I think Starlink is great thing, man. So you guys see these things in the Ukraine, right? Because just like any a regime, right? So cutting off the internet is one of the the oldest and the most popular the tactics, right? So dictator was some government are gonna use, right? Because the thinking is that if you control the flow of information, right, you control the narratives, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, go ahead, Glenn.
Well, no, I just it's amazing how you don't realize how good the internet is here in the U.S. until you've traveled outside of the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you see censorship of things, that's when you have to sit there and kind of turn, tilt your head and kind of go, what the heck is going on? And I say that because Iran is here censoring or controlling the internet, and I can't imagine them being able to censor everything, and they are. But yet, here I was out of country in an Asian country, and here I was trying to go to ESPN.com just to look at the news concerning the football games from this last weekend, and ESPN was blocked for gambling. And it was like,
Interesting.
what the heck? But you can go out there and you can go on gambling.com, and gambling.com is not blocked. So like I said, the irony and the way they were blocking things was pretty amazing. So yeah, I was slightly confused as to what was going on over there.
Did you get like a friendly block page that says this page is like from the government ISP?
Yeah, that this page is blocked due to gambling concerns, and I was like, this country is built on gambling. What are they talking about? Like, yeah, it was really, really strange. But what was part of it as well is I was staying in a condo, and in that condo they had a Huawei internet broadband modem or wireless modem.
Yeah.
And I was just really concerned that my traffic was being hoovered to somewhere else, right?
Yeah. Did
Yeah,
they make you install a
so-
certificate to access the
No,
internet?
no, and if it did, I would have like said no. And so here I go get a subscription of Proton VPN. Thank you, Proton VPN, for protecting my traffic as it was egressing out to the internet. And I used it everywhere. I put it on my phone, I put it on my iPad, and I put it on my laptop just to make sure that everywhere I went over there that I had some type of VPN service, because I was really, really concerned that something funky was going on over there.
Did accessing internet through Proton VPN allow you to access ESPN? Like, could you tunnel out that way?
Yeah, well, yes, I was able to get access out to the internet. Now, doing the other things like watching streams proved a little difficult at times, but I was still able to figure it out by some type of magical conjuring with the VPN service.
So have you tried to use your phone? Like, did you bring your phone, from US here and try to access internet over there?
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Oh, that's what the ESPN got blocked.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Because I was I think I traveled to China a year ago. I brought my phone. I was worried about similar problem, right? You have to dealing with.
All
You know,
those
actually,
anti-China memes you have saved on your phone, Michael.
yes, yes.
Your social credit score in jeopardy.
Yeah, yeah. So I have. So what I did is that I actually set up a Cisco VPN gateway, right? You know, the old friend VPNs, you know, try to, you know, cross the China wall, right? So I set up a VPN
firewall.
gateway at my home. Yeah. So, and then installed the VPN client on my phone, you know, try to use that as a method, right? To connect to all the sites of the Western here. But, you know, surprisingly, I was actually able, because it's AT&T phone, right? You got a roaming on the partner carrier over there. So surprisingly, they actually didn't block like CNN's, like the most websites we normally access here. So, but that's not a situation for normal residents there, right? Because they can't go to those websites,
China
right?
Unicom,
Whatever.
China Telecom. You would think that they would still have to traverse the Great Firewall, even if you're roaming.
Yeah, exactly. I think what happened is that so somehow they try to make a business like a, because they want a Western travel to China, right? Because there's, just not a lot of investment there because of political reasons, things needs to be picked up after COVID, right? So I think they try to create a kind of a more friendly business environment. So if you are foreign, like residents, right? So if you, let's say if you bring cell phone travel from US there, they actually not blocking you. They actually, because if you use cell phone, it's doing roaming, right? So the China Telecom, whatever the roaming partner, actually allow you to connect to the Western website without getting blocked.
Maybe they're not blocking you because they're hoovering your data, right? So something else that you don't know about. Maybe they want to do that so they can start modeling. Yeah. And then next thing you know, Michael, there's someone knocking at your door,
Gonna
tearing it down.
Affect your social credit score there if you go to too many banned websites.
Yeah, maybe that's something I said previously won't get on the Chris's podcast.
Yeah.
So anyway, when Michael was over there, we were trying to send messages to him that might get him scooped up by the Ministry of State Security over there. But he made it back here to the U.S. safe and sound, so it's all good fun.
Yeah.
But going to that topic, right? So that's such great things about Starlink technology, right? So like direct to cell is like interesting because it's a lower like a barrier to entry, right? No special hardware, right? So I mean even Iran government try to do spectrum controls, try to do like jamming, all the stuff, right? But but it's still difficult, right? It's not like infrastructure you can easily control, right? Shut down fiber routes, shut down like the wired fiber connections, right? Because it's really like it's difficult to control the physics. It's a lot easier to control the infrastructure. So
what do you do? Did a digital dome to block satellite signal? It's just clear line of sight, right? So
yeah,
exactly. They have to have some kind of Space Force technology to shoot down the Starlink satellites. That would definitely be an escalation. I don't think Iran wants to get into.
Yeah. And they're gonna cost them a lot of money, man. So
I'm sure they thought about it though, but they're not willing to go there quite yet. Yeah, direct to cell is interesting. I've never actually used it. I've used like the SOS feature. Like I have T-Mobile, and I was hiking in the middle of the Grand Canyon, and there's no cell service out there, but I did see the SOS satellite thing, so I'm like, I'll give this a try. So I messaged. I don't think I messaged you guys, but I messaged a few people. I'm like, hey, this is the SOS feature.
I see where we stand.
It's literally all it is the phone will tell you, turn 90 degrees left and point to the sky, and you can send messages.
Yep.
It's just messages in calls, or is it just messages? Because I know there's no internet with it, right?
Yeah, I think it's just messages right now.
Just message.
Yeah. My daughter went to Mount Hood a couple months ago, and I put the satellite service on her phone, just knowing that she was going to be in areas, hiking in areas that weren't going to have cell service. So I, gladly, knock on wood, nothing happened on her. So nothing happened to her, and so. Yeah, but it was comforting knowing that for just $10 you could add it and remove it real quickly. So
Yeah.
But like iPhone has similar thing for free, right? So I think you can send like a SOS
Yeah, free
to
for now.
like certain satellite, right? So yeah, that's
Well,
big thing.
is it Apple that has it, or is it the carrier that has it?
I think Apple.
It's
I think
Apple.
Apple offered. Yeah.
Oh, it's Apple. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very interesting because like before you send anything, you can actually do the testing, right? You can move your phone around, right, to detect the directions. So yeah. So this is good. I like you guys know I ride bikes in the weekends, right? So so I'm a big fan of the gravel bike. So I normally ride to the area. There's no cell phone signal at all. So.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Always good to have peace of mind.
And the others behind.
I think that could potentially be a game changer. Is satellite, either satellite internet or direct to cell. That these regimes are used to just turning off the pipes, turning off the cell towers. It's one of those you can't stop the signal. If you get the signal up in space, you're just not able to block that anymore.
So this is confirmed that there is Starlink in smuggled Starlink receivers in Iran. Is that actually a true story? Or is that a Snopes?
No, it's definitely confirmed. It's definitely confirmed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Iran is trying to do a lot of things to try and stop it, but it's definitely confirmed.
Yeah.
And
so are all those people paying for the service, or are they just getting it for free?
No, Elon Musk said it's got to be free. Because he said a geofence. Same with Ukraine. They set a particular geofence. If any Starlink terminals pop up within this geofence, it's free service.
So you can't just get one of those and take it back to the U.S. and get free service.
No,
that is what you're saying.
No, it's geofence.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That I think that is going to be a pivotal turn in the world economics as well as world politics.
Yeah,
that's not that we're a politics pod, but from a technology standpoint, technology is going to free a lot of minds here in the near future.
Yeah, the geopolitical implications of this, I think, are huge. I think Iran might be the first. I mean, Ukraine, to a certain extent, was that Russia tried to jam the internet so the Ukrainian forces couldn't communicate, and then in comes Starlink. But this is I think the first time where the people, quote, the people are using Starlink to really get the message out and just try and secure their freedoms.
Well, imagine if there was a party that's going against the current Russian regime as well, and they were using Starlink to get their data instead of some filtered Russian internet service, right?
Yeah,
it's probably going to help them as well.
Yeah, the interesting thing, I think there's like a slightly related article that said that certain Iranian troll farms had just gone completely dark. Like there's this one, I don't know if it was like a X account or a campaign. Like there's some kind of campaign within France that's anti-government, and there's campaigns inside other Western countries that are anti-government. And then it just so happens when Iran cut off all internet access for all their people, these accounts went dark. They went dormant. It was
oh wow.
They cut their own hand.
Yes.
It's just hilarious to see the downstream effects of Iran cutting off internet access, and now all these troll farms are cutting off, and well, if that's not proof of attribution, I don't know what is.
Yeah. So what you're saying is Grok, YouTube, Facebook, all these services got clean, these last couple days after Iran's services went down.
Yeah.
So,
and I think we're as of the time of this recording, we're maybe 2 weeks into this protest, and Iran basically said we're permanently cutting off internet access for everybody, and in order to access the internet, you need special privilege or special access from the internet from the government, similar to North Korea, that only special people with privilege can access the internet in these countries.
Wow.
But hopefully we'll see some type of regime change. I mean, I think most of civilized society sees that the Ayatollahs are an oppressive regime, and they should have a democratically elected government, and this hopefully will give them the tools. Because I remember when Ahmadinejad won a second term as president or whatever they call him in Iran, and it was hotly contested, and there were uprisings, but they were quickly put down, and the internet was cut off. But this time I think is going to be different, and I hope it is.
Yeah. Pretty amazing. We'll see.
The miracle of modern technology.
Yeah.
All right, and on the topic of miracle of modern technologies, for our second topic, OpenAI has confirmed now that ChatGPT will start showing ads in the coming weeks, but it promises that the ads won't influence the answers it generates. OpenAI says ChatGPT ads will appear within the answers, very likely at the bottom of the answers, and only those who use a free account or a ChatGPT Go account will see the ads. So these are free accounts in the $8 a month plans. OpenAI confirmed that your conversations are still kept private from advertisers and will never sell your data to advertisers. That's their promise,
Wink, wink.
but we'll see.
Oh my God! Well, I mean, they got to recoup all the losses that they've had for not making any profit,
Billions
right?
and billions of losses, exactly.
Yeah.
He takes my
But
data.
following the announcement, privacy-hating Google says that their Gemini AI will not show ads anytime soon. Really a shot across the bow to rival OpenAI. And since we're on the topic of AI and ads, Meta is now bringing online ads to its Threads social media app after testing them with US and Japanese users last year. So we're getting kind of a mixed bag here on where these ads are going to show up and who's going to be implementing them.
What do you think? It's because Gemini is kind of like tertiary as far as AI is concerned. So if they say no ads, people flock over there. They get the subscription base, the usage, and then once they start getting popular, then they'll institute ad campaigns as well. What do you think?
Yeah.
What's the over under on that one?
I
That's a
think
Kalshi bet right there.
Yeah, I think exactly, Glenn, just like what you said, right? So
Yeah.
even Google says, oh, so the Germany won't, have the ads for now, right? So this is a more feel like less like a moral stand, and more like a competitive timing thing, right? So
Yeah.
hey, because so many consumers using the ChatGPT right now. Hey, you guys gonna promoting the ads. I'm gonna make an ads
come
free
on over to Gemini, no ads.
To luring the customer over. Yes.
I mean, Gemini is already superior, I think, in terms of rankings. I think Gemini has surpassed ChatGPT, and it's part of the whole entire Google story that Google has lost money on Waymo. They don't make money on Waymo, but they can still afford to keep going because they're supported through traditional search, like search and those ads. And same thing, Gemini. I'm positive Gemini has racked up losses the same amount as ChatGPT, but Google has profitable areas of their business that can keep them afloat. And it's the same thing with this story. They said we're profitable with ads in search, that we don't need ads in AI, but OpenAI has one product, it's ChatGPT, and so they said, well, we can't keep making losses, so we got to at least start making some money some way. So they can't afford to keep racking up these losses like Google can.
Yeah. Until you find, until you use ChatGPT to ask it, hey, are you monitoring and then giving me ads based off of what I write you, and it says yes. Yeah.
Like how I imagine it to be, and again, this is not confirmed or anything, but just pure speculation. But like if I use Grok when I was planning my trip to Japan. I asked Grok, I said, I'm traveling with these people. I want to stay in this city, and these are the criteria. I need kid-friendly things. I need things that are walkable. And it gave me like a really nice comprehensive itinerary, which was good. But I imagine the ads will just show up at the bottom that says, hey, if you want to book everything I recommended, just with one click this button, and Expedia will take care of everything for you. So that's how I imagine it. Their ads will likely be, and then it's my choice. I take the easy route. I click that button, and Expedia books everything for me, or I just said, thanks for the suggestions. I'll find my own way to book it too.
That's what we hope is going to come out of that, right? Then the next thing you know, like you're being pushed. what to wear on Amazon and whatnot,
Yeah,
as far
right.
as
Here's
what to buy.
this is what's in fashion in Osaka right now. Here, buy
Yeah,
this outfit.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But my my concern about this approaching the OpenAI is taking, right? So the issue is not ads itself, right? Because we lived with the ads forever, right? So but it's the trust thing, right? So but the moment that people starting to watching the ads, like Chris, just like you said, right? The ads bump up, Expedia travel, all that stuff, right? So now the user starting to think about it. Okay, so any response coming out is being shaped, is being manipulated, right?
Yeah.
So, but today it's like, hey, if I have questions, I go to ask ChatGPT. I trusted the answer, right? But now, like when you mix it with the ads, I don't know. I feel the credibility gonna take a hit.
Yeah, I think so, and I think there's something to be said about the value add to this, or the potential value add to this, is that if we finally get that like agentic AI that we've been promised all these years, where if I say, hey, plan me a day trip to Catalina Island, and it gives me this itinerary, and then I just click one button and it books everything for me. Like, I think that's a fair trade-off that OpenAI gets a cut from whatever site books it for me, but then it's also more than just showing me an ad. It's actually doing work for me. It's booking me a pretty complicated itinerary. It's booking my rental car, my hotel, my excursions, buying my tickets, and just says, show up at this place at this time, and everything's taken care of. Like, I think there's some value add to that.
But is it the same ads that are going to be played to you if you're free versus a paying member? Like, do you get a the cheaper list of things to do versus the paid service person that gets maybe some other level of service based off of that, right? So
I mean, I think
it's interesting.
as far as we know, the free users and the $8 a month users are the only ones that get ads, and I assume they should get the same ads. So if you're $20 a month or higher, you will not get any ads at all.
Yeah. If you watch ads, that means you are cheap, because you doesn't want to pay. You don't want to pay for stuff.
You didn't pay
ads.
You didn't pay for the $20 a month.
Yeah, I get ads on my Netflix, which I'm going to cancel here pretty soon, and I haven't decided yet if I want to, watch ads on Amazon Prime. It's just I just sit there and I just go do something else for 3 minutes and then come back. So
yeah.
I'm just too cheap to pay the extra $2 a month or $3 a month.
I think you hit a nerve with that one. That's the most upsetting one, is the Prime ads. You're already paying $150 a year. They've just taken out so many. Like, Amazon Grocery is gone. Amazon Music is gone. Ad-free Prime is gone. It's like, it's the epitome of enshittification when we talk about Prime, where
that and all the. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying, friend of the show, Brian, he's trying to watch this movie with his son, and it's just like, these ads are so disruptive. I'm just going to pay the $3 to get rid of the ads, and it's like that's not the intent of Prime. Prime was supposed to be like an all-in inclusive. You pay one fee and you get all these services, and they just keep taking things away.
I didn't realize it was $150, and I just let that thing roll over every year.
Yeah.
It started off at what, $70 or $80?
$79. Yeah, $79 a year.
Yeah. And then I wish now you could say, well, I don't need all these things. I just want the shopping and the free Prime. And
exactly.
And then now when you're on pre-Prime, it's like you get crap for product now. You don't actually get quality products anymore. It's like shopping at a Daiso or at a dollar store.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the power of a subscription, man. So like, once get you hooked down, man. So you can easily raise $5, $10, and you will never notice, right? So yeah.
Maybe it's time that I turn that off and see what life is like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. See whether you can still live with it. So
well, I think what I'm going to do is maybe you stop it for a year, and you kind of calculate how much you spent on Amazon and what posted actually cost you versus being free and having to pay for the $150 a year in free shipping and the other things. So
yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about it, the convenience factor. I was trying to buy, I mean, literally every Amazon purchase I buy, like, I think long and hard, and I said, do I really need this? And do I really need it that fast? And usually the answer is no, but in the times where I really do need it, it's like, this is actually pretty convenient.
I think I'm going to use AI. Maybe I'll use ChatGPT and maybe even Gemini. Give it the list of things that I've bought over the last year, and have it calculate how much I saved in shipping.
Yeah, because Amazon will tell you, but that's a BS number that they
Yeah,
say, you saved $300 last year by using Prime.
yeah. And there are other. I mean, you can do Walmart and you can do Costco as well, as far as
Yeah, I mean, like Walmart Plus is
services.
the same thing. They're $14 a month, and Costco, they're if you do business, that you have to have some kind of minimum spend. So it's not quite the
Yeah,
same. But
yeah.
and Amazon just has literally everything. You can order like lobster off Amazon. Like it's
I know.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like you even like you can buy even everything there. Like it's not a a lot of stuff is not a so many stuff like you cannot imagine. Like even Chinese medicine you can buy from Amazon now.
Yeah.
So
Oh wow.
yeah.
Yeah. So not just books anymore from 20 years ago.
Yeah, even the pronunciation, like if you remember, like some of the Chinese medicine, of course, pronounced in Chinese, right? You can type those in there, and then you pump up on Amazon.
Yeah, I'll
It's
find
amazing.
it.
So yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say, like, other members of this household will order something from Amazon and just like, oh, I'll wait a couple extra days. We'll bundle it with this. And I'm like, no. I always pick the fastest. I'm like, I'm paying $150 a year.
Yes.
I'm getting it in 2 days or less.
Yeah.
I don't care. I got like a gigantic box, and there was like a tiny object. I'm like, I don't care. Ship it to me in 2
I
days.
want it all individually boxed.
Exactly. I'm
Yeah,
paying
it's convenient,
$150
it's fast.
a year. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not doing you any favors to save you money.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I do the digital savings. So if you wait an extra day or two, I don't mind that, because my wife reads books like there's no tomorrow. So we get to use those credits for that.
Just get
But if
a
there's no
unlimited subscription then.
then that's another $20 a month. Come on now. Come on, Chris. I don't make Chris Louis money. Let's go.
Yeah, no, those digital credits are good. Yeah, I will say if you buy digital books, and it's not worth it to you to buy the Amazon Unlimited edition or the Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, for our third topic, a record-breaking crypto theft of $282 million in crypto assets were stolen from a single person, shattering the previous record of just over $200 million.
Another one.
Another
My
one.
goodness.
Another one.
Another. Yeah.
Some of the Bitcoin was bridged across multiple blockchains via Thorchain, but crypto researcher Zach XBT said there were no indications the hack was linked to North Korean threat actors. So this is typical. Whenever you see a very large crypto heist, it's like, it's North Korea again. But apparently in this case, it's not. The stolen crypto was also swapped into Monero, temporarily spiking the price of Monero up. I think it was up 60-70% for a few days. This guy, whoever or gal that stole the money, just spiked the price of Monero because they're buying so much Monero to try and launder the money. Little is known about the initial attack vector other than it was a sophisticated social engineering attack. Now, according to the latest threat report, 2025 had social engineering as the top cause for crypto losses, which includes fake investment offers and impersonation attacks, which I'm guessing it was likely some type of impersonation attack.
Yeah. Another again, right? Social engineering, right? So I'm give up, right? As a cybersecurity, professionals, because the most advanced, right, sophisticated exploitations on the planet, right, just try to convince a human to do something he's not supposed to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the video. I mean, we have a lot of fun on the Sora platform, and we're making all these videos of us doing these crazy things, and my kids are like, "Is that real? Did you really do that?" And I'm like, "Of course I didn't do that. Why do I have time to record a video of that?"
It's just like Michael. Michael's always like, "Is this AI? Is that AI? Is this AI?"
Yeah. That's how crazy this stuff has gotten now. It's like it looks really. It looks live. It looks real.
Yeah.
And I can't blame people for thinking that that these are real people doing these things. How could you not think they aren't real?
Yeah, there was like the whole scare of deep fakes, and this is probably even 4 or 5 years ago. There's a whole thing of deep fakes, but I mean, they have really, really gotten sophisticated. I mean, I browse, X all the time. That's the only social network I use these days, and there are videos of I don't know what's the opposite of a Chad. It's like these I don't know if I can say that. Let's just say these young males that probably aren't very popular with women, and they just go on. They have the webcam, they have like their face, and then they have the AI generated face, and it's like a beautiful 20-year-old woman or something, and it's identical. Like they wave, then the avatar waves, and it's gotten to the point where it really is scary, like how good the AI has gotten and being able to fake the look of things and impersonate a CEO, impersonate a celebrity. It's really gotten that good.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's fake because I'm not that fat like you guys are crazy. So, because I was telling my kid, I showed my kids with the picture. They're like, "Dad, that's gross," and that's like, I'm not that big. Come on, let's get real here. So,
like Glenn, AI is smart, man. So
no, sir, I am not that big. Every time I look at that thing, it's like you guys are making me bigger and bigger. I'm like, where are these guys getting this video from? Like, holy cow!
Like they just take the visible parts of your body and they just extrapolate from that.
I know. I think the problem is the face, man. So like I think the Glenn, you are like you are choppy face, that messed up with the models, man. So
yeah, it did. Yeah, I'm telling you, they've never seen an they've never seen a Filipino face and a skinny body.
Yeah.
So
At least for Sora, I
It's
do
choppy
blame
face,
Glenn because when you took your body scan or your facial skin, you were wearing AirPods, so every single Sora video I make of you has AirPods in it now.
That's how you know it's fake, because it's like, why would he be wearing AirPods everywhere you go?
I'm like,
you can't tell me that they can't just render that out. I'm like, come on.
they could. I said, like, render a situation where Brian, Glenn, and Chris are escaping behind enemy lines in a thrilling spy movie, and then just Glenn's just like there on his AirPods.
Yeah. Which is funny, right? You're like, hey, what is going on here? Yeah. So, yeah, my kids are like, can you stop with that? What are you doing?
Did you tell them? Did you blame us? Like, it's not me. It's the guys.
Yeah. So yeah, these guys.
So what happened? So all the stuff we generated, you actually turn around to show all those things to your kids?
I don't share all of them. I don't share all of them.
The age appropriate ones.
Yeah,
Hey, you can tell,
they're like,
all those video about your daddy,
Yeah.
all those
Were you
picture
really
video
in that
about
foot
your daddy.
spot, Glenn?
Yeah. They're like the videos of I think me kissing somebody, and they're like, gross, and I'm like, that's AI. That's not me.
Was that Alan?
Yeah. I was like, I don't have time to do that kind of stuff. Let's get real here. Yeah.
Like, I want the sale, but I don't want it that bad.
For a guy that I have a lot of incriminating video pictures of, he sure does like to create those. It's like, okay, you just keep going. I'm going to unleash what I have, and you're going to be very, very sorry here one of these days.
Poke the bear.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for his daughter's wedding that I get invited to. I'm going to show pictures of him throwing up in the yard. So I was trying to be cool, but Alan, game on.
You crossed the line, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the topic, I think, we always espouse and preach on the podcast, always use a hardware wallet. Like, if you don't control the keys, you don't control the crypto. And I'm guessing if for somebody that has $282 million worth of crypto, they probably had to have had a hardware wallet or multiple hardware wallets, but due to some kind of sophisticated phishing attack or social engineering attack, they were able to get it because
that is just amazing.
The previous
what the
one
heck?
that we reported on, the one that was like, I think it was 208 million. They impersonated Apple. They impersonated Google. They got the guy to reset his iCloud account, reset his Gmail account, and they were able to get in that way. But for this one, time will tell on how they got it. But I'm imagining it to be something very similar. Like they reset his Gmail password. He had his his seed phrase stored up in Google Cloud as a backup. They got it that way, and then they just stole all his crypto that way.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I've spent a lot of time setting up two-factor on everything, and not just normal two-factor, like pass keys and YubiKeys and not SMS. I'm trying to get away from SMS, but you know how many vendors do not support or only support SMS as a second factor? That is really crappy. So
yeah,
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
YubiKey all the way.
Yeah, and banks. I'm surprised that banks are still doing SMS.
Yeah.
Like, get the heck out of here. Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
It's the principle of grandma. Grandma's got to be able to be able to access her banking site, so that's why they got to use SMS. Even grandma has a smartphone, but grandma might not be able to know how to enroll and carry a YubiKey with her.
And then grandma loses 250 million in crypto, right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. The sad truth.
It would be funny if you go, maybe you call it the cyber bank or something like that, where it's the ultimate safest bank that you can get to, where you got to have 5 forms of ID and double the MFA, and so that way it's like, this is not made for people with $10 in their account. This is made for people with high cash value for protection of their assets, whether it be crypto or actual cash dollars, right? Maybe we can get money funding for that, something like that, Chris and Michael.
Well, we had one. It was called Silicon Valley Bank.
Don't be.
No, but they did something. They were a regular bank at the end of the day. They weren't a cyber bank.
Yeah,
the risk management,
that sounds
I
good
would say, is a
business
little
idea,
lacking.
Glenn. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds a really good business idea. Yeah.
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 And then we go in with Elon, and we have the truck as our cyber truck, cyber bank.
Yeah.
With the vault on it, painted on it. There you go.
That's
an
factor.
awesome idea.
You can only access your bank account from this specific Cybertruck.
The Cybertruck. Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. Yeah.
With a pass key. The pass key is in the truck.
Yes. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see the root cause of this. And like $282 million, I don't even know what I would do if I had $282 million and I lost it all and it was irrecoverable. Like that's rough. That's a bad day.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if this guy was on vacation in like the Bahamas and it's like, you could see his dollars, his account just starts disappearing. You're
Empty.
like, uh-oh, how do I get
crazy.
back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that person hasn't been caught, right? So the guy who took the money.
Not yet. Yeah. I know there was. I don't know if maybe it was the one that sold 208 million, where the guy posted his recording, but when he posted the recording, he opened the Windows Start menu, which showed his full first and last name, which totally doxed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might have been the one. Or there's one where they stole over $100 million and they did something stupid like that.
Yeah.
So I wonder if this is going to happen. Yeah. There's another story I just saw on X, and it was there's this concept online on Discord where it's like bragging. This is how much I have in my crypto account. Well, this is how much I have in my crypto account. And then one guy showed like he had a balance of like $90 million. And then Zach XBT, the crypto investigator, like searched the address that the guy posted and says, hey, this is the address that stole $50 million from the U.S. government. And the guy just like outed himself just because he was trying to brag to other people about how much money he had.
Stupid.
Exactly. It's like, if I defrauded the government of millions of dollars, like that's the last thing I would do is post who I am or post, my proof of theft.
Well,
online.
some of them they're the brightest, but not the brightest, right? At the same time.
Yeah.
So
exactly. What we always talk about on the show: smart enough to steal $50 million from the U.S. government, not smart enough to not post this crap online.
Yeah.
It's a sad dichotomy of the world we live in.
Yeah.
All right. For our last topic, it'll be a rotating topic every week. This week, we're going to talk about a hypothetical question. So if your sister's wedding and your wife's master's degree graduation were on the same day at the same time, which one would you go to? And I thought this was an interesting question that somebody had posed online.
This is a very interesting
Sister's master's degree and your wife's
sister's wedding or your wife's master's degree graduation.
Yeah, Glenn, it's not your wife's wedding, man. So it's,
Yeah.
It's not your wife's another wedding. What? I got an invite to my wife's another wedding.
Well, if we had my ex-wife's wedding, then yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be an easy decision, right?
Yeah.
Because that means we don't have to pay alimony anymore. So I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah, be careful though. This might be a trap. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that your sister's just SOL. I don't talk to my sister, so she's just SOL anyway. But yeah, I'd have to say my wife's master's degree graduation. So
yeah.
how about you guys?
Yeah, Glenn's smart man. So I I would have to agree with you. I think if you let me choose, I'll probably go to my wife's graduation as well.
Yeah. What's the saying? You can't sleep with your sister. Well, I guess in some states you can, but
yeah,
usually you probably wouldn't want to.
Yeah. But I sure could have more fun with my wife instead of sleeping on the couch. So yeah. It's the wife.
So.
Yeah,
Chris, I think you're gonna say something else though.
No, I mean it's an. I guess there's a couple ways to think about it. So first of all, so Glenn, you and I are both estranged from our sisters, so it's a pretty easy option from that perspective. And at least in the case for me, my sister's already married, so if I'm choosing between, going to her marriage again, that probably means that something has gone wrong, and this is her second time around. Which in that case, it's like, well, you kind of screwed it up the first time, then now you're going around the second time, and the choice is pretty easy, going to the wife's master's graduation. But let's say in a hypothetical world, this is you're close with your sister, this is your sister's first marriage versus your wife's master's degree. I think that choice might be a little bit tougher.
Yeah, well, what you can do, right? You can always buy like even you not attending your sister's wedding, but you can always buy expensive gift. Right, so hey, just to spend a lot of money, right? Because those, you can make them happy. Just send expensive a gift, right? Because you tell them, oh, because the reason you cannot attend, you have to go to your wife's graduation, right? Imagine, the master degree is not easy to earn, right? There's a sacrifice, there's late nights, right? So, So I think. Your sister gonna understand that, right? And then you're not gonna piss off your wife because everybody knows, happy wife, happy life, right?
Indeed.
That will be even more expensive. Like if you piss off, you didn't go to your wife's graduation, they're gonna be even more expensive than the expensive gift you're gonna give to your sister. So.
I think it depends too, because there are certain people, friend of the show, Victor, he got his master's. He didn't even go to his graduation. He just got the piece of paper in the mail. I was like, I don't care. I guess it would be, it depends, if your sister's really, or your wife is really passionate about this. Like you said, Michael, she sacrificed a lot, late nights and early mornings and time away from the family to achieve this. And that means a little bit more than if she were just to say, well, I'm just waiting for my piece of paper in the mail, and this is just a formality that I get to walk across the stage.
So, but what if you're in the wedding of your sister's? You're in there. So
yeah, if you're groomsman there, yeah.
You would think though, come on, damn it, these dates are planned way out in advance. You can't tell me you did not know these two dates would collide.
Exactly.
Let's get serious. Yeah, let's get serious.
I think that's another factor. That's if someone's attending grad school, they should probably have an idea. The graduations tend to happen around this time, and you just ask your sister, hey, if you want me there, if you want my wife there, your future sister-in-law there, can you move it out a week, or can you move it to a different day instead of a Saturday, do it on a Sunday? At least negotiate that. It'll be a little bit reasonable.
Yeah, unless the husband was going to get deported and you need everyone there, then they had to get married.
So there's the old saying: you could pick your friends, you can't pick your family. So there's something to be said about that. But I mean, as is right now, it's a pretty easy slam dunk, at least for Glenn and I. I don't know, Michael. I don't think. Do you have a sister, Michael?
Well, I don't have a sister, but I have a brother. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so if it's your brother's wedding or your sister's masters, what would your choice be?
Well, my brother's wedding and then my sister's graduation.
Your brother's wedding or your wife's graduation?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I think it's gonna be the same answer. I'm gonna still go to my wife's graduation.
What if you're the best man? Aren't you your brother's best friend? Are you gonna have a good relationship with your brother?
Well, yeah, I have a relationship with my, brother, right? But this is not gonna change you. Either you have sister or brother, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
yeah, well, I mean, I still feel that way, right? I mean, it's an important day, right? So important day happens to someone, right? But
especially the one that you're married to.
yeah, if you go to your wife's graduation, right? Because you did this because of someone, right? So I will still do the same thing. I will still send expensive gift to my brother for his wedding.
Uh-huh.
And then I go to my wife's graduation, right? But after graduation depends on how long it lasts. You and your wife might still able to go. Afterwards, might still able to attending the tail end of the wedding.
Oh, it depends if it's in the same locale.
Oh yeah, it
Right,
depends.
yeah. Could be different parts of the country.
Yes.
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 Otherwise, you can join via Zoom or join via FaceTime.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if it's in China? You can't make it. It's a
20
20-hour plane ride.
Yeah.
So
yeah, just in case my wife is listening the podcast later on, right? So and my brother, I think my brother would be fine for my choice. So.
Yeah.
good job, Mike.
Yeah.
Good job, Mike.
Yeah. If my wife were to listen to this, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely going to your
Yes.
master's graduation.
Yes.
I know how hard you work and how much you sacrifice
Exactly.
versus at this point in my life, this would be my sister's second wedding. I'm like, all right, I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was an interesting hypothetical. Yeah, I mean, considering if you're close with your sister and it's your only sister, and your wife did work hard for your masters, I think it'd be a tough call.
you.
So I can only imagine you read this on Reddit, right?
No, I saw this on YouTube actually.
Okay. So you saw it. What was everyone's response? What was if you saw the comments?
So funny enough, based on the overwhelming opinion was to go to your sister's wedding over your wife's
Interesting.
Really?
graduation.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think
Interesting.
the
That's
thought,
a lot of Gen Xers inside
Yeah.
there, right?
well, the
So-
thought process there was
Gen Z.
Yeah.
was-
Alan Lee,
or Gen X.
hopefully for your sister, this is a once in a lifetime event, and for your wife's masters, well, maybe she's gonna pursue further education, get another master's, go on to get a PhD. Like it could be like it depends situation, but sort of the thing what I said before, you can pick your friends, you can't pick your family, and this is hopefully a once in a lifetime thing. And it's not like this is like your BA, or your BA or your BS, where it is a big achievement when you're 21 years old and getting your college degree versus a master's. Then it's like I don't even care. I didn't even attend my master's graduation, like that kind of sentiment. But
I can bet you the people that responded in there weren't married. I can almost bet you
maybe
those were all single, a lot of single people. Because if anyone who's ever been married would automatically know, you better not answer that the wrong way.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, there's no stinking way those people were married.
Yeah. It's yeah. I mean, I could see the logic in that, but yeah, it's a very much it depends situation, and I think your mileage may vary. There's no good universal answer, and everyone will have to make a decision for themselves. But at least for Glenn and I, it was pretty easy, and Michael, it sounded like it was pretty easy too.
Yeah. We all like sleeping in our own bed with our wives and not on the couch.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We continue to get great comments about our dad joke of the week. Dad joke of the week. This week, our guest Michael is up.
All right. So
Michael.
yeah, this is gonna be easy
Go.
one, right? So why do security engineer hate elevators?
Something about going up,
Elevator.
going down. I'm like,
Down.
Yeah, because they
why is that,
are
Michael?
always afraid of privilege escalation.
That's
That's why I said this is an easy one.
That's a good one. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good
It's
one.
better than ransomware, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Way better than ransomware. So. Good job, Mike.
Good one.
Thank you,
Michael.
guys. Yeah.
All right, to wrap things up, Iran can't stop the signal, but sure is trying. ChatGPT will start showing ads soon. Be careful with your crypto assets. And you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. That's all we have for this week. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Find us on LinkedIn. Links will be in the description. Follow us on Instagram at PEBCAK Podcast. Thank our listeners and subscribers. Rate us 5 stars at the iTunes Store and Spotify and left us a review. We appreciate you all spreading the word to help grow the show. The best way to find us is to search for the PEBCAK Podcast in your favorite podcast listening app. For my co-host Glenn Medina and our guest Michael Chen, I'm Chris Louie. Thanks for listening. We'll see you all next week, and as always, have a nice day.
Thanks. And
Hi,
go
Felicia.
Hawks.
And I forgot to plug our sponsor, Simple6. Go download the app, eat fast food, and lose weight. Use our link in the description. Get your free 30 days.
Nice.
Right at the end. Bye.
Bye-bye.